Thank you for coming on our show. Something like 40,000 French students currently actively learning Mandarin. Can you give us, the big picture, the landscape of Chinese learning among the French, especially the youth right now?
I must say that Chinese language is really an important language at French school. In fact, since nearly 60 years, a lot of teachers from France, French teachers, are teaching Chinese to the French students from first grade to middle and high schools. So it's really an important language. In fact, if you look at the general system, Chinese language is on the 5th rank, just behind English, German, Spanish and Italian. So, which means that a lot of French students, French kids are learning this incredibly rich language from their childhood to their adulthood.
That's fantastic, that's fantastic. And then how would you explain the enthusiasm, the passion of Chinese learning among the French youth compared to other European countries?
I think it's really thanks to our history. It's not, it's not like just a fashion, or it's just not like something we want to have and then it's popping up. No, it's really coming from a long history. From the 18th century, France is really interested by China. We are trying to learn Chinese, we are writing dictionaries, we are studying Chinese, both classical and modern history. So in fact, it's just the result of something, it's a fruit of this interest. It's not a new thing, it's really something really strongly rooted in French language and in French culture.
It seems to me that there is a particularly strong interest in China among the French. You see probably one of the largest diaspora of French among all European students in Chinese universities. Vice versa, the Chinese are very fond of the French language, the French culture, and art and sport. What do you think is behind such mutual respect towards each other's culture and civilization?
I think both our countries are really, rooted with culture and a written culture. We love both China and France. We love literature, we love books, and we love philosophy. And I think it's really something which is very special. For us, French people, we think that writers are probably the most important person in our countries and in the history of France. And I think it's the same with China. When you look at Chinese poets and writers and painters and calligraphers, they are the most respected people in Chinese history. So I think the two countries have built also relations, a very strong relationship, thanks to this common interest towards the written world.
Political relations that is affecting our interactions education-wise and culture-wise. Of course, there are headwinds. Where do you think politics come into play when it comes to its impact on our educational and cultural exchanges?
Yes, it's true, there is always a political impact. But I think, when you're learning a language, it takes time. It's not like something you can have in 5 minutes. It's need to invest in a lot of time. Sometimes it's nearly a life journey when you're learning a language. And even if politics is really important and can have a very strong impact, both positive or either negative, this journey is so long that it's not so much affected by politics. But I must say that when politics really want to encourage a language, it's possible, it's possible. When politics want to fight against a language, it's much more difficult because language is so strong, it's kind of journey which is so strong that politics has got a lot of difficulties to have a negative impact on it. It can have. But it's difficult for the politicians to have a bad impact on languages. But when they want to encourage language, it's possible, thanks to education policies, thanks to public libraries, thanks to also to the help they can bring to translators and writers. So, you know, thanks to this all political and public, sometimes financial, sometimes just public support, the language is increasing, which is good. And I think it's really happening right now.